Vinod, good morning, and thank you very much for joining us. Really appreciate you taking the time to come on the Inspire and Connect East Africa set. Tell us a little bit about Jumia.
Yeah, good morning, Salim. Thank you very much for inviting me. Jumia, it's the e-commerce platform. It is the e-commerce company. It is the poster boy of startups in Africa, right? Started around 10, 11 years back. Started from Nigeria, expanded to many countries. Today we are operating in 9 countries, bringing the best of the e-commerce experience. Same stack, same opportunities, what you will find in any part of the world. Millions of products at the fingertips. Yeah, that's what it is.
You earlier said you don't like to be compared to like an Amazon, right? That's not a comparison you like to make, but it is almost. It was. I'm sure inspired by what Amazon was doing in Europe and in the US.
Yeah. No, exactly. I mean, sometimes people refer at Amazon of Africa. I wish one day Jumia is enough as a name, but absolutely, the model is absolutely same. There are thousands of millions of products across categories, and people across the country can order them and get them delivered to them.
And what are some of the challenges that you might have had, Vinod, with this in terms of, e-commerce is, while we've got M-Pesa and we've got, really good innovation in terms of moving money, people are still very wary about putting credit card details into a Nigerian website, for example, where you guys started. How do you overcome some of those challenges?
Yeah. Look, it is, even though Jumia has been here for a decade, it is still teething issues, I would say, because if you see how people have been shopping offline, they have been shopping offline for thousands and thousands of years. So now in 10 years, you are still learning, you're still baby, right? So we are taking, the people have taken the baby steps, and hence they are slowly and steadily gaining confidence and being delighted when the products are delivered. Oh, this thing really works. Like sometimes we have the customer who ordered and then they do not accept the item and said, oh no, I was just checking. I was not sure that you will actually deliver a fridge to my house, right? So those teething issues are there. However, it is improving at a very, very high rate, and hence the adaptation of e-commerce is coming. It's coming super fast.
I mean, as a pioneer, where do you go from here in 10 years? What are the growth opportunities that you see for Jumia? You've got millions of products already, but is there other things that you would like to move in terms of digital technology?
Yeah, I would say we have only scratched the surface now in 10 years. In fact, the first 6, 7 years, you are actually setting up the shop. Now, the real shop has been set up only for a few years, so the growth opportunities are just huge. We are operating in the population which is so young. I mean, average age of Uganda and Kenya is 17, 18 years old. So all the people who are coming into the workforce now are not going to go and waste the time and energy to the physical markets. They're going to shop online. We are also expanding across the country. So let's say if you talk about Kenya, we were serving 200 towns 6 months back. Now we are serving 300 towns. So we need to geographically penetrate more and more. Then we are completely working on the shopping experience and gaining the trust of people. We're also working on the assortment side. So yes, today we have around 20 million products. But we are trying to bring more and more brands which people are looking for, right? So that we are able to cater every aspect, every part of the demography, right? So opportunities are huge. In terms of tech also, I think the basics are done, and now we are going to the next level of how we can reach customers on WhatsApp, how we can integrate with the social media, how we can gamify the shopping experience, how we can use the artificial intelligence in predicting what customers are looking for. So the opportunities are huge, and working on them.
A huge part of Jumia depends on internet accessibility.
Yeah.
And that's still a challenge on this continent as a whole. How do you see that? Are you guys doing anything to help get more people online? Because I assume once they're online, they automatically become your customer.
Yeah.
How do you enhance that penetration of internet accessibility?
So a lot of our customers, when they come to know about Jumia and they do not have the application, they are not part of the internet, there is a pretty good chance that they would jump on that bandwagon as well. So yes, we are pushing the digital economy. However, it largely depends on the government efforts and the telcos to make internet cheaper, more affordable, you know, which in the long run is going to pay more than keeping it tight, right? So on the other hand, this is one of the macros which is improving drastically every year. The smartphone penetration, the internet penetration has gone from 40% to 75% in Kenya in the matter of 2.5 years, right? So this macro is improving very, very fast, and it is simply going to help e-commerce and Jumia.
Smartphone penetration, again, unaffordable for most people to get on a smartphone. Do you find that in smaller centers, villages around the country and around the continent, people are going to a central place to be able to use a communal smartphone and then make an order?
So there are two aspects here. One, the smartphone cost is decreasing drastically. So 3 years back, the average cost of a smartphone was $300. Today it is $100. And Jumia is playing a role in it. We are able to bring the relevant brands, not the most expensive brand, relevant brands at a very affordable price. So more and more people are able to afford a smartphone. That's number one. However, we cannot wait the smartphone penetration to go to 100%, right? So Jumia believes in a huge inclusive approach where all the 30–40% of people who do not have smartphone or internet or digital literacy are still part of the digital game. So how do we do that? We have, we call it a J-Force, Jumia Force. These are the commission agents in the countries. And in Kenya, we have around 18,000 of them. Around 6,000 of them transact at least once a day. So these 6,000 active J-Force agent, they would go to the people who do not have smartphone, internet, or literacy, and they will help them place the order. So you don't really have to go at central place. We have the agents everywhere. They will place the order for you, and they will take care that your order gets delivered to you. So that's a kind of a blended model we put in place so that everybody is part of the game.
Wonderful. Vinod, thank you very much for joining us. Appreciate your time, and I hope you have a great conference.
Thank you, Salim. Thank you, Inspire and Connect. Cheers.